Hi there, wrestling fans. Welcome again to All-Star Championship Wrestling. We have a tremendous card today. Some of the wrestlers on the card feature Dick the Bruiser. You'll see Sergeant Jacques Goulet, the Sheik, Sailor R. Thomas, and others. We get underway with our first event immediately following these messages. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to get started with the Ox. We want to get started with the match. You're supposed to be in the ring, not out here.
All I can tell the people is, thank you for them hate letters. I know that I disgust you. I know you don't like Ox Baker. All I can say is, if you hate me, if I'm the most hated man in wrestling, then Ox Baker is doing his job very, very well.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our matches are sanctioned by the State Athletic Commission. The commission has appointed as referee of this match Bob Winkle, our timekeeper Harry Black. This is a one-fall match with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Death Valley at a weight of 310 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, the Ox. And his opponent from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 231 pounds, Juan Zapata.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Eneker now ringside. We're about to get underway. The Ox, of course, does a lot of talking in a very loud voice. And you heard him say if the fans hate him, he's happy. And Juan Guzman, certainly, Juan Zapata, has a tough task ahead of him right now. He's greatly outweighed by the Ox. And Zapata moving around, getting away. The Ox picks him up very, very easily, puts him on the turnbuckle. Man, we really have a great card for you today on All-Star Championship Wrestling. Among others, you'll see Yukon Moose Cholak, Big Bill Miller, Gold Eagle. And we have a great tag team match when the Sheik and Sergeant Jacques Goulet team up against Dick the Bruiser and Sailor R. Thomas. Right now, it's the Ox, and he clubs at Juan Zapata. Throws him into the corner. Now he's choking him. Zapata kept punching, punched his way out of it. He's throwing a lot of punches, and I believe he's opened up a cut on the head of the Ox. That only inflames the Ox more. He drops that big, powerful elbow like a sledgehammer right across the throat of Juan Zapata. Hits him right in the throat now with a fist. Rips him up by the arm, kicks him to the midsection. And Zapata has no chance in this match. Greatly outclassed. Greatly outclassed. Again, he clubs him. And although he has Zapata hurt, he's making no attempt to pin him. Just wants to dish out some more savage punishment. Again, he clubs him to the back of the head. He's got him now in a chokehold over the rope. An elbow right to the chest. Now the Ox has Zapata. Throws him into the rope. A big elbow. A big elbow to the throat. Zapata's hurt. He's hurt bad. He drops across him. Again, 2 big elbow drops. Now he's got him covered. He refused to make a pin. He pulled him up. He wants to hurt him more. Kick to the chest. He falls across him, has him down. A 3 count. A victory for the Ox. Fans, we'll be back in a moment, so please stand by. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with me right now is Major Duke George, and I must say the reason that I asked him to come out because he seems a bit calmer than usual. Usually he's, raving and yelling and screaming, but now what I would like to say to you, Major, is that throughout the country you are known as a man of great business acumen. When it comes to making a deal for your wrestlers, you're very tough to deal with. You know law, you know contracts, and so on. And you also know wrestling. Now, you manage the Valiant Brothers. They are the champions. How did you attain their managership? I mean, managing them.
Well, Mr. Menaker, when I started my search for a wrestling tag team to manage, this was my goal. I didn't look just in Des Moines, Iowa, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin, or even just in the United States. I searched the world over. I went to match after match and arena after arena. And many, many times I saw the Valiant Brothers, and I decided, and the wrestling world decided along with me, that the Valiant Brothers are the absolute best when it comes to tag team wrestling. There is no better. It doesn't get any better than that, Menaker. So me, as a manager, as one of the world's greatest managers, it is only logical that I would want to manage the world's greatest wrestlers, which are...
They are very good wrestlers, but let me ask you this. Why do they, if they're as good as you say they are, and I know they have a winning record, why do they resort to the rough tactics? You seem to have a almost hypnotic influence over them. They do such dirty things. Why?
The Valiant Brothers win their matches. And I walk down the street, and people say to me, Major George, did the Valiant Brothers win? And I said, yes, they did win. And they say, honestly. And I say, who cares? They won. The winning or the losing is the only important thing.
Fans, this is a one-fall match with a 15-minute time limit to be refereed by Johnny Shores. Introducing from Columbus, Ohio, weighing for this match 298 pounds, Dr. Big Bill Miller. His opponent from Moosehead, Maine at 358 pounds, Yukon Moose Cholak.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam Menaker again at ringside, and fans, right now you're watching two of the biggest men in wrestling. Dr. Big Bill Miller, a great athlete. He was a top football player at Ohio State University, great wrestling star for the Ohio State University when he played football. He was one of the great footballers at the Rose Bowl. He's a doctor of veterinary medicine and a very, very skilled wrestler. Inclined to be a bit rough. Yukon Moose Cholak, of course, a very tough guy, can throw a powerful punch, knows a lot of wrestling, has exceptional balance. Hard man to get off his feet. Miller tried to tackle and hit a stone wall when he hit Yukon Moose Cholak. Sensational card today. Miller pulls Yukon Moose Cholak back into the ropes, and on the break, a smash to the midsection. Punch right to the chin. Little reaction there by Cholak. There's a go behind the full Nelson by Dr. Big Bill Miller. Miller, of course, has two wrestling brothers. Danny Miller, his brother, has been seen on All-Star Championship Wrestling. Miller hanging on to this full Nelson. Now he's using a little chokehold there, spinning around, hiding it from the referee. Remember, fans, the referees must see a rule being broken, must see an illegal hold before they can break it. These wrestlers move around, try to hide the infractions of the rules from the referees. Miller's been throwing a few punches. They don't seem to faze Yukon Moose Cholak too much. There's a punch by Miller again, and that bothers the eye of Yukon Moose Cholak. Back against the, punch and a quick comeback by Moose. And oh man, what a tremendous flying deal across the ring. Incidentally, we get so many nice letters from the fans. We sure appreciate all the mail. And anytime they ask questions about wrestling, and a lot of fans have written in and asked why that particular move you just saw, where one man throws another across the ring, is called a Beal. And this was first used about 1907 by Fred Beal, who was a light heavyweight champion. And he first used it against a tough wrestler by the name of Ronald Hanson. And ever since Fred Beal used that, it's called the Flying Beal. There's a side headlock. Into the ropes. Again, Miller thwarted in his attempt to use a tackle. I think that neither of these wrestlers have been off there. Oh, yes, the Beal. Miller was off his feet. Miller, very dangerous. There he's using a bear hug. This is a hold that Cholak ordinarily uses. Miller hanging on to the ropes. There's a body hold by Cholak, but Big Bill Miller under the ropes. A kick by Miller. Now Miller thrown into the ropes. There's a bear hug by Yukon Moose Cholak. And that troubles Miller somewhat. Miller's a powerhouse also. A thumb to the eye broke that hold up. Referee is warning Miller about that. There's a club to the back of the head. Now he's got him on the ropes. Elbow to the face. Big Bill Miller takes over, an uppercut. He throws Cholak into the ropes. Oh, boy, a big backdrop. And Bill Miller is doing that backdrop with that big, heavy man in there. He dropped to the mat. He's hurt his hip. He hurt his B-strain, his back. His sacroiliac, probably, picking that man up. They're in the referee's hold. Cholak forces it back against the rope. An elbow smash. Sends Miller into the corner. Oh, man. Boy, was that a body crash. Another little bit of a weight hold as he drops across Miller. And Miller felt that one. The whole ring moved. And Miller is seeking refuge on the outside. Miller is moving around on the outside to regain his equanimity and his bearings. He's got a sore rib cage, I assure you of that. Moose looking him over. Moose, uh-oh, there's the referee's hold again. A punch by Miller, another punch. Works on the eyes of Cholak, a front headlock, an uppercut. Cholak comes right back. Oh, man. He is punishing Miller now. Against, uh-oh. This time Miller moved out of the way. And Cholak hit that corner and hit it hard. Miller now with knee drops. He crashes Cholak into the corner. Again has him in the corner. And now Miller moves in. He has both legs of Cholak. Referee, of course, to make him take it up. And on the break, Miller takes a chokehold, rear elbow, massage to the face, front headlock, an uppercut. Cholak. There's that loose ball. And that spells trouble. And Big Bill Miller, feeling that discretion is the better part of valor, goes to the outside. And of course, this is a bit of defensive strategy, no doubt. He's under the ropes. Cholak wastes no time. Moves in. Throws punches. Look at him go to town. Slams him into that corner. This time Cholak doesn't go rushing at him. There's about 4 minutes remaining in this bout, and it's been fairly evenly matched so far. Oh, man. There it goes again. Now he's sitting on it again. And the fans cheering him on. They're all saying one more time. Miller's under the ropes, trying to get out of the ring, and now Cholak has Miller tangled up in the ropes, twists him. Three minutes to go in this bout. Oh, boy. 345-pound drop across the midsection. He does it again. And Big Bill Miller knows he's in a match. I guarantee you that. The referee is asking Cholak to please, keep away so he can disentangle Miller from the ropes. There's a body press by Cholak. Boy, I'm telling you, that Big Bill Miller is having his hands full for this match today with Yukon Moose Cholak. Now Cholak is trying to tear Miller apart, fix him in the thigh. And Big Bill Miller is in trouble. He's getting up slowly. Punches by Miller. And Miller seems to be taking over now. He slams Cholak into the corner. There's that flying Bill. Miller is trying to pick Cholak up for a body slam. There's just about 1 minute remaining in this match. Kick by Miller. They're both exchanging punches. Miller and Cholak. Cholak staggers Miller. And it certainly has been a grueling match. A little bit of wrestling and a lot of punching. There it goes again. Uh-oh, boy. Match for Big Bill Miller. Everyone in the vast audience here screaming. Do it again, do it again. The bell rings. The match is over. Neither wrestler has scored a fall. The referee. Let's see what his decision is. The decision is a draw. The match between Yukon Moose Cholak and Big Bill Miller ends in a draw. Fans, we'll be back in a little bit, so please stand by. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud of the fact that here on All-Star Championship Wrestling, here in the Midwest, we have some of the world's greatest wrestlers. We're also proud of the fact that we were able to, in part anyway, be helpful in starting some young wrestlers such as Spike Huber and Steve Regal and Mike Snyder. You met Mike Snyder last week. He's the son of Wilbur Snyder. And also, both these wrestlers have been together now as a team. And they are a great team. In fact, the fans have dubbed them the Dynamic Duo. And they're the most dynamic of dynamic duos. Here is Spike Huber.
Hi, Sam. I'd just like to say that Steve Regal and I have been wrestling. We started wrestling together, not as a team, but as single matches about 2.5 years ago. And from that time on, we hoped that someday, barring injuries or anything that might partake in the future, that we'd be tag team partners, and it worked out for the best. Him and I are about 3 or 4 months together, and we're doing magnificent. He's always there at my back, protecting me, and at any time I need him, he's there, and we've been real fortunate and won most of our matches.
That's great. I know you're a very popular team. Well, how do you feel about it?
I'm excited, Sam. It's exciting to be tagged up with Spike. We've been, like he says, we started together. We trained together, and we finally got the team up for a few matches, and it's exciting, and I hope we can continue as a dynamic duo and get some more championship caliber matches.
Now, let me ask you this. You know, many times in a tag team match, of course, the idea is to tag your partner when you're in trouble or a fellow might have a hold on you. Sometimes, though, being a great competitor, if a man is hurting you, don't you sort of want to get a lick, get a punch in or something before you make a tag?
Sure you do, and you try to if you can, but at times it's physically impossible. You've got to tag your man and get him in there so you can get some help.
Right. Thank you very much. Fans, a dynamic duo.
Fans, this is a one-fall match with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Chicago, Illinois, at a weight of 237 pounds, Bobby Van. And his opponent from Bighorn, Wyoming, weighing 238 pounds, the popular Bobby Bold Eagle.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. One-fall match. Van, very tough. Bold Eagle, also tough, very fast. The bell rings. We're underway. Side headlock over the hip. Eagle has Van on the mat, but you saw Van's foot on the rope, and that broke it up. Little leg wrestling there by Bold Eagle. Eagle working on the arm now of Bobby Van. Leg lock and a kickoff by Eagle. Eagle is very fast, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see. Van pulling the hair. Boy, our next event, fans, the next match, what a match that'll be, a big tag team match. The vicious team of the Sheik and Sergeant Jacques Goulet. They'll be managed by Eddie Creechman. They'll be in there against Sailor R. Thomas and Dick the Bruiser. Boy, what a match that'll be. Right now, it's Bobby Van working on the arm of Bold Eagle, an armbar hold. Using the armbar hold, he also has a knee across the head, or did have. Now I believe he has a chokehold. He hides it from the referee. Punch to the midsection. Again the chokehold. There's another punch. Van is right after Eagle. Has him on the mat. A headbutt to the midsection. He punishes him with his side headlock. He continues the side headlock. On his feet. Van worked his way up to his feet, but Eagle brought him over again. hanging on to that side headlock. And Van worked his way over to the ropes, put his foot on that, over the rope, gained an automatic break, but on the break, throwing punches in there. Double knee lift sends Van to the mat. Eagle takes over again, clubs him to the back of the head. A knee across the chest. He's punishing that arm. Eagle has Van in a lot of trouble here. Van has Eagle on the mat, but there's a kick by Eagle right to the head. He sends Van into the turnbuckle. Again, Eagle takes over on Van into the ropes. A double tomahawk chop. Eagle having no trouble with him now, brings him over to flying mare. A knee to the back. Another one. Boy, he's punishing that back. There he goes. He's got the bow and arrow hold. It's all over. Bold Eagle, the winner, with the bow and arrow hold. There he is, the winner of the match, Chief Bold Eagle. Fans will be back in a little while with our big main event, so stay with us. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, on All-Star Championship Wrestling, we're very proud of the fact that here in the Middle West, we have absolutely some of the greatest wrestlers in the world. And you'll see on our videotape wrestling shows here on this station and also at the various arenas where we appear, such as in Decatur and Springfield and other cities in our viewing area, that we have only the top stars, such wrestlers as Jim Valiant, the Bruiser, Paul Christie, the Sheik, Ernie Ladd, and others. Here, now, probably the most vicious match we've seen recently is a match between Ivan Koloff, who's signed to appear here, and Dick the Bruiser. Here are some scenes from the match that they had. Bruiser using a claw hold, and there's Bruiser using a very controversial hold, a pile driver, in which he put the Koloff out of action. So just thought you might be interested in that. I know that Koloff and the Bruiser, I feel they will be wrestling again in the near future, and perhaps we'll be seeing it here on this station or in the various cities. Now, fans, there are a lot of rough wrestlers in wrestling. It's a rough, tough body contact sport. It's hard to be clean. But we have with us a wrestler who is a former world's heavyweight champion. He's a gentleman outside the ring and in the ring, the world's most scientific wrestler, none other than Wilbur Snyder.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you very much.
What a title to hold up to.
That's a lot. I don't think I could remember all of that. But as you were saying about rough, tough individuals in this business, wouldn't agree with you on that title or anything about it. But I pride myself in knowing a lot of wrestling holds and trying to be scientific. And I've certainly, you were talking a while ago about the younger generation in our business, and we've certainly got some fine ones. And I've helped out in many ways in getting these young men started. And it's always gratifying when you do something with a young man like this, and it turns out well. He turns out well. You know you've done your job well.
Well, you know, Wilbur, I know 3 wrestlers that you've helped a great deal, and it makes all of us feel good. And they got their start in All-Star Championship Wrestling. One, of course, is Mike Snyder. Now, that name should ring a bell with you. And then, of course, there's Steve Regal and Spike Huber. And I know that every time they worked out with you, they learned something, and also you were an inspiration to them. And I'm sure that when you got started, such great wrestlers of the past, such as Hugh Nichols in California, and others helped you. So
there was many, many of them that helped me, and I'm more than happy to do what I can for them, Sam.
Well, that's wonderful, and the fans are happy, too.
Thank you.
A real pleasure to talk with the one and only Wilbur Snyder. Now, fans, here's one of the biggest men on the mat, one of the most popular men. That's it. That's the Yukon Moose.
That's
Moose
the Moose
call.
call.
That's right.
That's when I just got my dog out when I was up a couple weeks ago up at the Yukon, up to my hunting lodge up there. I got a dog named King, and when I give him that call, he comes running, boy. And I'll tell you, and we have a lot of fun. We play in the snow. We run in the snow. We're in shape. And I'll tell you, a lot of these guys got a lot of holes. I know a lot of holes, but I rely on a lot of power. I like to punch. I like to throw my weight at the guy, and I like to use my weight as my advantage.
I know you have one hole that when you knock a man down and you give him a big flying body slam, which you call El Squasho.
That's the El Squasho.
You really do squash a man.
I'll tell you, Sam, they're squashed when they get done with that. I'll tell you, if they can get up from there, they're tough. And they better be tough when they come and wrestle Moose Cholak, believe me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you just heard from the king of the, well, no, your dog is the king of the Yukon,
Right.
Moose Cholak. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to get on the way with this.
The Sheik is accompanied by his Palestinian manager, the brain, Eddie Cleveland.
We're just about to get on the way with a one-fall tag team match.
The opposing team from Madison, Wisconsin, at a weight of 272 pounds, Sailor Art Thomas, and his partner, weighing 258 pounds, from Reno, Nevada, the world's most dangerous wrestler, Dick the Bruiser.
Hey, fans, this is a one-fall match. The time limit is a remaining time of the telecast. We had a little mix-up there at the very start when the announcements were going on because of all this wild action in the ring, but nevertheless, it's Sergeant Jacques Boulay of the Foreign Legion and the Sheik, managed by Eddie Creechman and Aaron in this one-fall tag team match against Dick the Bruiser and Sailor Art Thomas. And Creechman wants to hold up things. The bell has rung, and we're officially underway. Sergeant Jacques Goulet and the Sheik, two of the most savage wrestlers in the business. And it's Sailor Art Thomas, Dick the Bruiser. Bruiser is, oh, there's Creechman pulling the leg. He pulls the leg of Sailor Art Thomas. Goulet moved in on him, and Bruiser grabs Goulet, crashes him into the turnbuckle. The Sheik goes after Thomas. He's choking Thomas. Oh, man. All four of them are in there. The Bruiser went after the Sheik. The Sheik threw a chair. And every time, oh, what terrific action in here now. They clubbed away with the chair. The Bruiser was about to get the Sheik, and the Sheik took off and ran away. The Sheik will not get in the ring against Dick the Bruiser. This wild man, the Sheik, glowering at the Bruiser. The Bruiser wants him. The Bruiser wants him. What a match this is. In just a few minutes it's been on. There's been tremendous action. Creechman is on the outside. Now it's Sergeant Jacques Boulay in there against Sailor Art Thomas. Goulet takes over. He's choking Thomas. He's choking Thomas. Hits Thomas to the back of the head. The Sheik gets in there. He has a metal rod, I believe it is. Some object. He hits Thomas in the throat. Now he's jamming it into the throat. And the Bruiser wants to get in there. There's the tag. Here comes Dick the Bruiser. And just as soon as Dick the Bruiser gets in, the Sheik gets out. And it's evident that the Sheik will not mix with Dick the Bruiser. The Sheik got out of the ring just as soon as the Bruiser got in. And man, is that Dick the Bruiser. Man, he really wants that Sheik. And the Sheik is still on the outside. Boy, look at the Bruiser now. He's got Tom. He's got Goulet. He's twisting. He's twisting. The thing is back. He's got him on the mat, working on an arm, trying to break that wrist. And Goulet's in trouble now as Dick the Bruiser rips away. And Dick is allowing him to go over to the corner. So he will tag the Sheik because Dick wants the Sheik. Hey, look at this. He is offering the hand of Goulet. He wants the Sheik, and the Sheik will not get in the ring with Dick the Bruiser. Into the rope. Oh, what a backdrop. Now he's using a claw hold. He's using a claw hold. He's ripping away at the midsection of Goulet, and Eddie Kreisman pulled Goulet to the outside to save him from more punishment. What a match this is, as these four top wrestlers are in there. Well, they're all in there except the Sheik. He's on the outside. Wait a minute. Now the Sheik is in the ring against Thomas. He's biting Thomas. He's biting him. And Kreisman is screaming encouragement to the Sheik. He's yelling, kill, kill. There you can see Kreisman now. And now it's Goulet. And the Sheik are working. Oh, here comes Bruiser. He almost caught the Sheik, but the Sheik went to the outside again. He just about had him. And there's no doubt about it. The Sheik does not want to mix. Dick the Bruiser, here's Taylor Thomas is working over. He's working him over. Goulet. Now Dick has Goulet. They've got him tied in the ropes, kicking him in the midsection. What a match this is. Oh, the Sheik has that metal rod or some object, whatever it is. It appears to be a very rigid object. He hits Thomas with it. Now he jabs it into his midsection, working on the throat of Thomas. Meanwhile, Goulet is out of the ropes. There it goes again, right into the throat of Taylor Thomas. This vicious, savage Sheik. The most feared wrestler in the business. Meanwhile, it's Goulet thrown into the corner where the Bruiser kicks it. And all through this match so far, there it is. So far, the Bruiser has not been able to catch the Sheik. The Sheik, again, jumps out of the ring and kicks the Bruiser right after him. And there's the Sheik on the outside of the ring. He's on the outside. Dick wants him, but the Sheik is keeping away from Dick the Bruiser. There's that bear hug again. The bear hug. But he worked on the eyes. Was the tag. And it is Dick the Bruiser. He is after Goulet. He wants that Sheik, but the Sheik will not get in the ring with Dick the Bruiser. Every time Dick the Bruiser makes the move for the Sheik makes tracks in a hurry. There's no doubt about it. He's afraid of Dick the Bruiser. Now he sends Goulet into the rope. Gives him a terrific knee lift. Got headlock by Thomas. And there's Sheik, and he throws Thomas to the mat. Now the Sheik has worked on Thomas, and he has Thomas in trouble, and here comes Dick the Bruiser, and Dick the Bruiser is on the outside, facing the Sheik. He's trying to catch the Sheik. That's what he wants. Dick the Bruiser wants the Sheik. This is a 1-fall match, fans. The time limit is the time limit of our telecast. Oh, wait a minute. They're on the outside.
Both teams counting out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sheik was on the outside, so was Dick the Bruiser. Both teams were counted out. What a terrific 1-fall match that was. It ends as a draw. The match ends as a draw. The wild tag team match, it ends as a draw. We'll see you next week, fans, with more All-Star Championship Wrestling. Be sure to be watching us.